So, I have been struggling. I'm not going to lie, right? Now, as you probably know from my previous video, and this is the update to that video and the video before of Apple Music versus Spotify versus YouTube Music. Now, there's a lot changed, and there are things that I like there, and there are things that I love there, and there are things that I am frustrated there. So today, we're going to go through Apple Music versus Spotify versus YouTube Music, and we're going to find out which one is the best, or is there a best? We're going to look at the features, we're going to go for sound quality, we're going to look at the desktop, and we're going to understand where we think it might be. And also, I have a sponsor for this video today, Soundits. Now, Soundits, if you remember from my previous Apple Music and stuff update like that, Soundits is a company that if you have for all your life been on Spotify, not all your life, but however long Spotify is, and you've got a whole ton of playlists, Soundits, and you suddenly think you don't want Spotify anymore, you want to move to YouTube Music because their library and videos or whatever they might have is more better, or you want to go to YouTube, or you want to go to one of the other mass amounts of music streaming videos, what Soundits will do, it will allow you to very, very quickly transfer your playlists from one account to another, or you can have all your playlists across all of your music streaming apps, and it's done very, very quickly, and you can make it public, and there's a lot more to it. There is a 15% discount. I will link that in the description if that's something you're interested in, or if you really are frustrated with one of the music apps that you've got. Soundits is the place to go, and I'll link it in the description below for you. So should we get on with the video? So what we're going to do is, I'm going to look, I think first of all, we're going to go to the desktop. We're going to look at Apple Music, we're going to look at Spotify, and we're going to look at YouTube Music. We're going to go through some of the features. I'm going to show you the things that I like, I'm going to show you the things that I don't like, I'm going to show you the frustrations, and why I may choose this one, the one that I like, over the others. So should we do this? I think first, let's go for the desktop. So we're going to start with Apple Music. Okay, so this is Apple Music. This is what it looks like on the desktop. Shockingly, it hasn't changed. What's new, Apple? Right? When is Apple ever going to change things up? I don't know. I just get so frustrated sometimes with Apple with how it just doesn't change things. Nothing has really changed. Is there much to show you on this, really? Settings wise, nothing's changed at all. We can go into settings. Now, of course, if you've got a MacBook and if you've got, you know, any iPhone, Apple, iPads, it's seamlessly across, you know, because the Apple ecosystem just does that so bloody well, which is what keeps you locked in. But nothing's really changed. You've got the usual sync library, the automatic downloads, you've got the playback, crossfades, of course you've got the high res auto loss check, all that stuff, automatic spatial audio. Look, nothing's changed. I'm not showing you anything new. There's nothing really to show you that's anything new, apart from, you know, it has moving wallpapers and things like that. Now, what we'll show you on this is, obviously the lyrics are still really, really good if you're playing a lyric. Now, obviously I'm not going to play music because I don't want to get demonetized, but just so you can see, if we were to just click on one now, one that has lyrics, of course. Let's try this one. No, anyone that's got lyrics. There we go. So we could just turn that down, and you can scroll through, and no matter where you click, it will take you to that point in the song, and it is seamless. It's boring, but it's seamless. You can also change the view. You can enter into hide lyrics, you can enter full screen, you can show and play what's next. You can even minimize this, so it's just like a little square over the top. This up here, you can just click on the three dots. Now, if I want to add this to a playlist, I just click on that and I can add it to all the playlists that I've got. Now, unfortunately, it just lets you add that to the playlist, and you've got to click again and add to the playlist. That's about it. Features-wise on here, that is about it. If I want to add a playlist on the desktop, I just go to New, and I go to Playlist, and then I click on Playlist, and then I can create an image, or I can choose from the file or the Photos app, whatever I got. I can also add one, but there is a way as well. If we went to one of my let's go to one of my playlists now, and I wanted to edit this playlist, and click on edit, we now get these little, I mean, I don't know, take these as you will. These are like little given wallpapers that they give you, but you can, so if you've got Canva or Photoshop or any kind of smart, create your own album cover, just as I have done here. You can create it. And the other thing now that Apple does that we were waiting for such a long time is, of course, we now have suggested songs. So if you're in a particular playlist, it will look at that playlist, it will look at the genre of music, and of course, it will select, give you, you can refresh, and it will give you a list of songs in that playlist. There is music videos as well as a feature. Now I've got music videos here. It's a separate entity. So you click on that. You can do that in the mobile app as well. We'll get to that as well. And there's like this made for you section. Now the recommendations that they give you as well, if you was to click on here, and let's just go back home. The recommendations, you can go down here, it gives you all the 90s hits because it knows I'm old school. There's new music, friends, you can see all the lovely moving wallpapers. Nothing's really changed. It's really good. Now, let me get on to why I think Apple is still a major player. Of course, if you're an Apple avid fanboy with the devices, the AirPods, the iPads, the MacBooks, it seamlessly syncs across. Even if you've got your Apple TV, it seamlessly syncs across. And even now, the app, I believe, is really, really good on Android. They've sorted that out, and it's really good. And of course, there's nothing changing from these apps. All of these apps have over 100 million songs. So you're not going to be missing any music. However, I will say there are songs that I found on Spotify and YouTube Music that I didn't find on Apple. I can't think which one it was. It was something the other day. I was looking for something that I'd heard in TikTok. I thought I really like that song. Couldn't find it in Apple. Even though Shazam picked up the song and told me what it was, strangely, which Apple owns, but it didn't find it in Apple Music. I had to go to Spotify or YouTube Music to find that song and add it to a playlist. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's something I don't know, maybe it's something they're just missing. But now they've got that suggested songs. They do have music videos, and you can create a music video playlist. You can search those videos. It's a bit clunky. They've got some good radio stations. However, this is a music app. There's no podcast or anything like that because Apple has a separate app. Now, this is Apple Music. You can see it all looks good. It's nice on the phone. We want to go to our playlist. It's there. Again, nothing's really changed, Apple. It all looks the same, but it's really good. You can click on this. You can click shuffle. We can click play. We can create playlists. But that lovely feature at the bottom is there. Suggested songs. It took you bloody long enough, Apple, but it's there. I like it. And we can just refresh that and we can get those songs. We've also got, like, if we was to click on that and get stepping out, we have the lyrics, but we also have the karaoke mode, so we can reduce the volume of the words, or we can have it loud, so we can do karaoke, and no matter where you click, whoop, we don't want that. We can also make it a favourite, and obviously we can minimise that and everything else. I like it. It's really, really good. Sound quality always is good, and we can also select, guess what, only Apple products, unless you connect via a Bluetooth, and then you can play it to other controlled speakers. So, Apple, God, I don't know. It's, it does the job. It's really good. We can click on that. We can see what singles, what music's coming up next, and everything else. You can see that we've got lossless. Now, again, what I'm going to tell you is what I tell, everybody that asks me this question. The thing I like about Apple is the sound quality, the spatial surround. Now, it's not for everyone. So if you've got your AirPods on, AirPods Max, AirPods Pro, or just AirPods, if you've got spatial surround on those AirPods and you turn your head to the left, then you feel like the music has stayed where your head originally was. And if you keep the head there and then move, and then the music kind of moves around to where you are. If you move the head back, the music stays there and then comes out. It's really bizarre. So if you've got spatial surround, give it a go. It's quite funny. But it's really good. The sound quality on Apple is just so good. The interface is very simple. That's pretty much what I can tell you about Apple. So this is Spotify on the desktop. Now, of course, I'm using a Mac, but it's the same on Windows. It looks no different. Now, obviously, if you're on Spotify, you click up here, Spotify, go to About. It will tell you which version it's got, and there's always something here that kind of says every so often, please restart, you've got a new update, or download the new update, which is really good. I like that about Spotify. Settings-wise in Spotify, nothing's really changed. Everything's still the same, still very high. I don't see any form of lossless audio yet. However, the sound quality for Bluetooth streaming, it suffices. It does the job. It's really, really good. I would say if I was to pick a top sounding quality, I'd definitely be on Apple Music, because that has the sound quality that you so look for. It is just really, really good. However, when it comes to functionality and cross-platform, you're going to be hard pushed to beat Spotify. Now, there's a few little extra features here, like zoom levels and stuff like that they've added in. You know, you can have it dense, you can have it there, you can have it spacious, how you want your thing to look, and you can change all that, of course, if you want to. There's also social, you can see friends, but they've thought about this. They've made it good. The settings are there. You've even got, which you don't get on Apple, so to speak, is you can play with the settings and you can make this sound really good. You can have it to open up automatically. Look, everything you need is here. There's some nice settings. We can just click on the home button and we're back. The other nice little feature that they do, although sometimes can get a little bit on my nerves, is the DJ. So you click on, oh, let me stop that for a second. And what this does, it's an AI, artificial intelligence DJ. It goes through your playlists and all the stuff that you may have listened to, and then it will play like it's like a virtual DJ that will play music that it feels that you might be enjoying or want to hear. And if you click on it, you can update it. So you can just come down here and click on it, and it will get, you can see there, get some different DJ picks. So if it's playing a genre of music that you don't like, you just click on that, it will give you another kind of mix that you can listen to. Now, what else has Spotify done? Another thing that Spotify done is, as you can see up here, let me just, where's the mute? Right, let me just reduce the volume, right, and play, and you will see, maybe not, you can now, we have video. It won't let me do it on Spotify because I'm recording the screen, but just very quickly, if I just keep doing that, you can see that it appears, and there it is there. It does do video now. Now, it doesn't do it for every single song, but it does do video. So they are doing video. Lyrics, as you know, are always well and good with the sound. So if we wanted to, oh God, because I'm on that, let me switch back to audio. And let's go back to audio, and we can click on the microphone, and there is the lyrics. Now, they do it very, very similar to the Apple. You click on it, it takes you to that part of the song. Ah, there's the video. Okay, the video's come back. Interesting. Okay, interesting. But because I've switched to audio, so it's not. So if I switch back to video, yeah, okay, it's taking it off. Okay, you'll guess you'll have to get the lyrics for this one. Okay, so yeah, there you go. It does do a very brief video. Other than that, it's really good. I like the virtual DJ, but we also don't just have that. Let me just stop that for a second so we don't get interfered with. We also have, obviously, we've got all. Then we go to music. Then we got podcasts. Then we got audiobooks. So for your monthly subscription, which we'll get into in a bit, for your monthly subscription, there's a lot of stuff here, right? There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. There's the podcasts. If you want to listen to the podcasts, there's some really good podcasts there. And of course, for me, I've got the music. I like the music. It's good. I like the sound quality. I love the way now, like if I wanted, so if I go to this, like if I go to one of my playlists, for example, just like Apple, when we click on edit the playlist, we can change the picture, we can put in a title, we can put in that, we can make it public, we can share that playlist with others. But we also have a shuffle feature, but we also have a smart shuffle. Now, smart shuffle will add songs that it will recommend for you. So if you get to the bottom of your playlist and you think, oh, that's it, I've run out of songs, this will add, it doesn't put it in the playlist for you, it does, but you can switch it off. So you just untick that and you're back to a normal play. Do that, and then you've got Smart Shuffle. So it will add a genre of music to that for you. You can also change the order of it. You can sort by title, artist list, and everything else. And also you can open up this wide, so it shows you this. And you've got the show the canvas, which it looks like that. We got that, show that, and then we can go to show the artist image, which is that. Then we got that. We can add the playlist, and it's all. Look, you could get lost in the features that Spotify has. The DJ, you can also connect, you've got kitchen, you can connect to all your speakers, you can even connect to stuff that's not here and somewhere else, and it will connect to it. It's just crazy. We've got the browse button there, and it's a lovely tool. Sound quality is good. The functionality on desktop has had a lot of work put into it. The fact that we now have videos in there, I like it. I really like it. So this, I am impressed with. I think they've done a fantastic job at keeping the desktop up to date and working well with it. And I think it's been well thought out. Everything is kind of has its place. And if you want more, remember in those settings, you can go in and change it. So here we are with Spotify. Straight away, the interface on Spotify, when you press and you open it up, it's instant, just like Apple. And straight away on the home screen, you've got loads of information just blown straight in your face. Right? It's crazy, right? How much information is there? And of course, at the top, you've got your music, you've got your podcasts, you've got your audio books. You can scroll along. You've got courses. I mean, what the hell's a course? You've now got courses, popular training, history, film and videography. What? I mean, I don't know what Spotify are trying to do, whether they're trying to conquer the world in an app, I don't know. But you do have the DJ there. The look and feel of the app itself is really clean, it's simple, it's easy. Again, everything you kind of need if you want to connect to stuff, it's all kind of there. If you want to have a look at the song that you're listening to, you want to scroll up a little bit, there's the Kool and the Gang. We can even make those lyrics come up as well, so we can scroll through those lyrics. Let's just make this just information upon information, people. Spotify is like, whew, it's just a lot of information in one app. I want to ask a question, and I want this in the comments. Does anybody actually go through all of this stuff on Spotify? Go through it all? I mean, the music videos are good, as well. But if I go to my library and go to my playlists and go to By Me, I don't know what to buy Spotify. Let's go to my One Hit Wonders, for example. Again, on here, we have that amazing shuffle and everything else, everything you saw on the desktop. It's nice, it's easy, it does the job. We've got this, we can edit it, we can change the wallpaper just like we can on all the others now. And if I click, I don't really want to get demonetized. So, as you can see there, and if I bring that up, we can see that we got the lyrics there and everything else. The only thing I can't remember now, maybe there's not a video to that. Is there not a video to that? I don't think they view the song credits. It's got a load of information there, but let me try a different one. So is there a way that we can see the video? Okay, I don't know if we actually watched the video, but it's got something. Yeah, so it's got something there. I don't think it lets you watch the video like it does in the desktop version. I'm not sure. Hit me up in the comments, guys. Maybe you do. I've not checked that out because when I'm on my phone, I'm usually doing something else. I just want to listen to the music. I don't think it lets you just play the video. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Hit me up in the comments, you guys. You always know what works, what don't, so you can hit me up. Sound quality wise, it's really good. Depending on what speakers you've got as well. If you've got really crappy headphones, expect crappy sound. But if you've got decent headphones, again, you can go into your settings, recents and privacy. Everything is there that you need. Audio and video quality, of course. Video quality, so there must be, okay, there's probably some sort of a video there. I'm guessing they are bringing video to it. Audio quality, it's just very high. There's no lossless audio or spatial surround sound, but I don't know if that's going to be a deal breaker for you, maybe not. But it's got everything you need. You can arrange things in alphabetical. You can arrange things in one hit wonders. Whatever. There's just so much information. Or you can just simply create a playlist or an AI playlist. Or we can even blend. I mean, there's just so much to do on this. But overall, I like the Spotify app. It's just got everything you need. It sounds good. easy to navigate. And if you're bored and you just want to go through everything, well, this will take up a good half an hour of your time to go through it all. So now we switch to YouTube Music. Yes, not Google Music, not Google Play or whatever name they come up with next. Now, I like YouTube Music. It's a little bit more basic, but I like it. There is a crazy amount of songs on YouTube Music. In fact, I think I would dare to say YouTube has probably the most music than the other two. Like if there's a really obscure, weird song, you'll probably find it on YouTube Music. That's because people are allowed to upload and stuff like that. But the interface on here on the desktop, now there is an app that you can download. When I say app, I mean it creates a web app that launches in its own type browser type thing, because YouTube is, okay, yeah, like on the browser. But look, it does the job. Like, so you click over here, you've got your settings, but you've got your, you know, if you are a YouTube premium member, you get the music. That's the clincher. That is the clincher. And just recently, they have just allowed, as you can see, all my playlists are just like a jumbled up mixture of the music for the album art. However, this one isn't, because just recently, if I click on this and I want to edit this playlist, for example, I can now, maybe not on here, but definitely on my phone now, I believe, I can now edit that album cover. I think maybe not, or is it here? I don't know. One of the two, I think it's on my phone. I can now edit the album cover. I thought I could do it on here. Maybe I can't. I don't know. I thought I could. If I go back to my playlists, for example, where I go to my library and go to my playlists, like this one here, you can see that if I click on it, I see there I've got a little pencil and I can edit that. I can choose from library, or I can remove the custom image. So I managed to add a custom image to my thing. Now, they don't make it easy, YouTube. They don't make it easy, YouTube Music, but you can now do that. I don't know why. Could I not do it? So yes, I can now, there you go. That is, so that it's now coming up. So I can choose, I can create an image in Canva and I can upload that. So we can now create the album art. As well as everything else, of course, with YouTube, there's this thumbs up, thumbs down to choose what music. You've seen that before. And of course, there is suggestions, just like Apple Music, just like Spotify. It will understand that type of playlist and the genre of music that you're aiming with, and it will give you suggestions based on that playlist. Now, of course, no need to say, what is YouTube brilliant for? Video. However, I have to say, I was very impressed with the Spotify video. But of course, if I wanted to play a song, let me just minimize the sound so we don't get, let's go Kid Creole and the Coconuts, and click play. Does it give us the video? Just the song? No, no video. Let's do the Bee Gees. There we go. We have the Bee Gees, and we can make that big. We can make it small. We can also cast that if we wanted to our whatever's out there. Now, obviously, there's still this issue between YouTube and Amazon where you can't mix or match or play on either one. I think that is being resolved, but I don't know. We also have live caption, but that's more YouTube-y than everything else. The desktop version is really good, and of course, if you watch YouTube or you have YouTube on your TV, you can watch YouTube Music. If you have YouTube on your phone, all three of them pretty much do the thing. Is there anything special about YouTube Music over any of the others? I mean, if I click on here and we can raise that up, you can see there, but we can raise it down. We have a shuffle play, we have a repeat, we have the thumbs up. We also have playlist. One of the things I didn't show you, but I could show you on when you're on Spotify, for example, and you want to add to a playlist, it gives you a list of playlists, but you can tick all the playlists that you want to add that song to. So, you know, like with Apple, you have to click, add, add. You just click and then choose all the playlists you want to add that song to. Really quick and simple. But this is pretty much the same. If you want to add to a playlist, click, add, click, add. You can also save to a playlist, go to album art. You've got pin to listen. Look, there's not much really. you know, we've got to explore. Suggestions from both platforms, from all three platforms, are very good. Apple suggests very good music that I'd want to listen to. Spotify suggests very good music that I want to listen to. Equally, YouTube Music does exactly the same. The desktop, as you can see, it's very basic, very clean, very minimal. We can make it small, we can make it big. There's this like background image there. The more you scroll down, the more you delve into things that it wants to recommend you and playlists and so forth. That is YouTube Music Desktop. Last but not least, YouTube Music. Now, I did have a little complaint, but it does seem to be rectified, so the complaint can't really be justified. What I found, so if I click on Apple Music opens on my iPhone and it works perfectly. I click on Spotify, it opens quickly and it works perfectly. Click on YouTube Music and it would look a little spinning wheel. Look, it wasn't a deal breaker. It was like 2 or 3 seconds, then it opened. Wasn't instant like the other two. However, I'm happy to report that seems to have gone away and it now opens instantly. Don't know why that was. Now, YouTube are a little bit different. This is the interface, very much like a slimmed down version of the desktop version. Again, we scroll down, we find loads and loads of stuff. Now, it's not bombarding you, YouTube. There's not like Spotify where you have got mountains of information being thrown at you. It's not basic-y looking like boring-y kind of look and feel like Apple, but it is a very basic, simple look. You've got your settings up here that you can click on that little icon. Don't know why that icon's so little, but you've got settings there if you wanted to go into your settings and your downloads and stuff like that. You've got podcasts. You have energize, relax, feel good. So there's some categories that you can search there. There's notifications there if you want to subscribe to certain whatever. Now there's this little thing here called samples. Click on samples. I'm so used to. So what that will do is it will play snippets of songs and videos, and you can just scroll. It won't play the full song, it just plays snippets, and you can add that to your thingy. So it's giving you samples of music that it thinks you might like, or new music that you probably wouldn't even listen to. So there's a good thing there. We also got the explore button. That does everything that you need it to do. Again, guys, you know, if you click on a song, we'll show you in a second, you do have lyrics, and if you wanted to cast, there you go. You can go to the YouTube mountains of things that it's got, but of course you've got all the speakers that you need, and it does it, and it tells you what device it's currently playing on, like all the others do. So I went to like this one here, Take That Pray. I know, don't cruise me in the comments. It's just been, we can see that 4.8 people have liked this song. I don't even know what that means. I can click on the lyrics. Now, they have updated the lyrics. Yes, they have. YouTube has also kicked themselves up the backside and updated the lyrics. It can be a little bit ropey from time to time. Not all the lyrics are there for different songs, but if I click on something like that, it will take me to that part of the song. It's a little bit nicer than just the text thing that it used to have. They're getting there. They will all get there in the end. And then you've got the related, and it will take you to that, you know, what might be related to that song. Do you want to go to it? And of course, it's easy just to cast because it's there. Look. This stuff it's you know, it does what it says on the tin. You know, I like it. It's simple. The fact that it's got mountains and mountains of stuff that you can watch. It's got videos on there if you want to watch the videos. If we clicked on the 80s song, for example, like Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer, we can switch to video. I love this feature. Love it. Absolutely love this feature. The fact that if you're sitting on the train and you're bored and you just want to watch some old music videos or new music videos, I love that they do that. The big thing for me on YouTube Music is if you buy YouTube Premium, you don't get all the adverts in YouTube, which I don't know if I can go back to going back to normal YouTube where there's adverts. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do it. I love the fact that there's no adverts. But the fact that they've chucked YouTube Music in with that subscription, of course it's not cheap, we'll go through the prices in a sec, is a game changer. That is a real game changer. And I kind of say to myself, Steve, why have I got Apple Music? I got Apple Music because I've got EE Mobile and my family is on, so my children are on my EE Mobile and my EE broadband. So one of the things that I get, because I have an unlimited text messages and all this kind of stuff, SIM, is you get what they call these benefits. And one of the benefits is you get a free subscription to something. And one of my free subscriptions is Apple Music, or sorry, Apple One. So I got my storage, my music, arcade and whatever. So that gives me that. That's why I have it. The other thing I like about Apple sometimes is, obviously I've got Apple speakers as well. The sound quality is just, for me, I'm not a soundphile, but it is really, really good. I like it. So we're going to come to the conclusion. Let's go back to the main camera and I'll give you the price breakdown of each. And I will tell you which one I am using, why I'm using it, and why I think it's the best. So let's touch on the prices. Okay, so we're looking at Spotify here. So they have an individual plan on Spotify, and $0 for 1 month and then £11.99 thereafter. That gives you one premium account you can cancel at any time, 15 hours a month of listening time from our audiobooks and subscriber catalogue. Okay, but you can try it for 1 month for free. That's quite good. Student, you've got a student one. Again, it's free for the first month, and then it's £5.99, one verified premium account. Discount for eligible students and cancel at any time. Then we've got the Duo, which is quite a nice one. The Duo is £16.99 a month. That's 2 premium accounts, of course, being Duo. Cancel at any time, 15 hours a month of listening from the audiobooks and subscriber catalogue, plan manager only. Then we have the big boy, which is the family account, as you can see there. The family account is £19.99 a month. Might as well round it off and call it a even 20 quid. That gives you 6 premium accounts. Now, I had this one because everybody in my family, my children, are on Spotify. So up to 6 premium or kids accounts. Okay, they do kids accounts, interesting. Control content marked as explicit, that's quite good. Access to Spotify Kids, cancel anytime, 15 hours a month, listening, blah, 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 blah. And that will cost you 20 quid a month. Let me have a look at Apple Music. So just like the others, you get the try for 1 month free. It's a lovely looking website, typical Apple. Make the website all look amazing, but don't update your bloody iPhone or your bloody products. Anyway, okay, so you get 1 month for free for new subscribers, and then it's £10.99 a month. So give or take, there's £1 in it. The 1 month free with Apple One, so bundle Apple Music with up to 5 other great services from Apple at a low monthly price. Okay, you're not going to give me the price on that. Try Apple One for free. So, okay. So if we go to there, we can just do it there. So we've got student at £5.99. We have individual at £10.99, or we have the family at £16.99. Okay, that's cheaper. Okay, I'm guessing it's cheaper because Spotify give you a whole lot more, right? Student plan comes with Apple TV Plus. Interesting. So if I compare the other plan, choosing the right plan that's for you. So the family gives you 6. There's more than 30,000 expert curated playlists. There's loads of stuff. Now the Apple One gives you all that kind of lovely features and everything else if you are in the Apple ecosystem and you like really good sound quality and you're not fussed about how it looks. Apple probably may be the way to go. If you're just using it for you, if you want your family on it and all your family have got Apple products, then maybe that's the way to go. Let's have a look at YouTube Music. So let's have a look. How much is YouTube Music? Or is it YouTube? YouTube Music. Does it give us a price? So is it just going to take me to YouTube Music? Yes, it's going to take me to YouTube Music. I don't want to go to YouTube Music. Is it going to take me to YouTube Music? Oh God, everything I click on takes me to bloody YouTube Music. I just want to see music. Okay. So if you wanted to go to music and click subscribe. Oh, I don't want to subscribe. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. YouTube music prices. YouTube music prices. Okay, so is it going to give me that? Before you continue, accept. Okay, here we go. We are finally here. Okay, get YouTube Music Premium to listen to music ad-free. Again, just like all the others, try for 1 month at $0, £0. Or save money with a family or student plan. Over 1 million songs, is it going to tell me? So we have the individual, just like the others, at £10.99 a month. So there's not much in it, right? Free of charge trial for new and eligible members. Try it for free for 1 month. Then we got the family plan. Now the family plan will pay £16.99 a month, and that gives you up to 5 family members. I believe Spotify gives you 6. However, Spotify is £19.99 a month, so £20. Okay, and then we've got student at £5.49 a month, 1 month free, eligible for students. Now I know that I am paying a little bit more than that, YouTube. I'm paying, but I think that is just music. I think that's just music. So if you just wanted YouTube music, that's the price. If you wanted YouTube, let's have a look, premium, let's have a look, let's get the annual plan. So explore premium. Okay, yes, so if you go YouTube Premium, now that gives you ad-free in YouTube. That is £12.99 a month. So not only do you get the music, you get ad-free if you watch a lot of YouTube. Family, which is what I pay, £19.99 a month. Again, you get all these for 1 month trial free. And student is £7.99 a month. So on par really with Spotify, but you do get you don't get all those adverts that you would get if you just watched YouTube. So there is the benefit of that. So you've got to make that what you think. Now, let's talk about the platform itself and where I am at and why I may pick one over the other. So let's talk about the Apple platform right now. So for me, the reason that I have Apple is because I am in the Apple ecosystem and I am all over the Apple ecosystem with the watch, with the TV, with the phone, with the iPad, with the MacBook, the speakers, and I obviously with my EE mobile I get the subscription to this Apple One thing, which is free. So I have that. And it doesn't bother me about the interface, and when I've got my AirPods in, these bad boys or these ones here, and I've got them in, the sound quality is amazing. Generally, I do tend to put that on if I'm traveling on the train or whatever. I do tend to put that on. If I'm in my Apple CarPlay, I do tend to put the Apple Music on. So then they say to me, well then why have you got Spotify? Well, you see, I have Spotify Family, and I have 6 people on there. I have my children on Spotify Family. My partner Colette is on Spotify Family. And obviously I have my aunt who is on Spotify Family, and we all use it. And if I was to not want to be with Spotify, they would all have to go off and go and get licenses, and I'm just not that guy, you know, so I keep it. And I do use it. I do use Spotify. Sometimes when I'm in the car, I just fancy a change and I use Spotify. Sometimes when I'm getting on the train, I may have created their playlist in Spotify, and it's only on Spotify, it's not on my YouTube, or it's not on my Apple Music. I will tend to go with Spotify, and I'll listen to Spotify a bit. When I'm in the office, I tend to use Spotify because it connects to the Sonos speakers. However, Apple now connects to the Sonos speakers, but Spotify just does it. It's quick and easy with the Spotify Connect. So that's why I have Spotify. So why do you have YouTube Music? I have YouTube Music because I have YouTube Premium. I don't think I can go back to no adverts on YouTube, and it comes with that. Do I listen to YouTube Music? Yes, if I have company and we have people round and we're having drinks and some food, and we will just want some music on and we don't want to use the speakers, I would tend to put on YouTube music on the TV. And because it has the video, so if someone's like not involved with the conversation, they can watch the video and it's got a good sound quality, I tend to use YouTube music on the TV. But, and it is good. And there is a load of stuff on there. And I do love the way they do videos. However, Spotify are doing videos and Apple do videos, but in a separate place. And I like what they're doing. So where does that leave me? I think it's personal preference. What if, and I said to you before, as a sponsor of this video, SoundIs, which I've linked in the description below, and I showed you how it all works. If you wanted to change to any of those, don't forget you've got Pandora and you've got others, you've got Dre's and Beats, and whatever there is out there. There's loads of ones that you probably use, but they seem to be the top main three. I do use majority of the time Apple Music. Is it the best? Probably not. I think the interface definitely needs refreshing on Apple Music, especially the desktop version. There's a lot more to be seen on Spotify. If I was to say and step out of the Apple ecosystem and look over and was to pick one, because I do like the Android ecosystem as well, if I was to pick one of them, I would probably pick Spotify still as the one that I would probably go with if I was going to be going cross-platform, because it just connects to everything. If you've got a Tesla, it's got Spotify. You've got a Volvo, it's got Spotify. You know, and Google's there as well, of course, because a lot of the car stuff now is Google. So you've got YouTube Music, and Apple's there as well, I know, but they just seem to be the ones. So if I was going to pick one right now and said, that's the one I'm going to use because I'm never going to change my mind, I would probably go with Spotify, even though most of the time I listen to Apple Music because of these things and the Macs, because it just sounds so damn good. They do have a very good sound quality. So I know it's been a long video, I know it's been in depth, so if you're still here, you know, hit the thumbs up, please hit that subscribe because it's completely free. And I'm going to start doing some membership stuff. I hope this has been informative. I've made a decision and told you what I'm doing. I am actually reviewing EETV on Apple TV 4K. I know it's a video you've all been asking for. I'm reviewing it. It's coming soon. You want to see that? You want to be the first to see that? Hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please share this video with anyone if you want to let people know what I've been looking at. So until next time, everyone, take care, and I shall see you in the next one.